Welcome to my channel Pharmacology Made Easy. Today we'll discuss the causes of vomiting. The person who vomits is called vomiter, and the contents that is expelled from the mouth uh, or the content of vomiting is called the vomitus. So at first, the important causes of vomiting lies in the gastroduodenal region, and some gastroduodenal disease may cause the vomiting. One is peptic ulcer disease, the second one is gastritis, and another one is gastric cancer. In peptic ulcer disease, there is ulceration. At first, there is erosion, there is ulceration, there is inflammation and fibrosis. So the foods cannot pass through the stomach or pass through the duodenum. So impact of the food that causes reverse peristalsis and that cause the vomiting. And in gastritis there is inflammation, and where there is inflammation there is sometimes the narrow passage of the passing of food stuff, so it can also irritate the esophagus, and irritation of the esophagus may cause the vomiting. In case of gastric cancer, there is a growth or there is a fibrosis over the stomach or over the greater curvature, and that's why the food does not come too early to the duodenum. So the impaction of the food in the stomach, which causes irritation of the esophagus and stimulate the some receptors which stimulate the vomiting center and causes the vomiting. Sometimes acute abdomen may cause the vomiting. The intestinal obstruction, where there is a food cannot pass into the rectum or anal canal, and these food stuff may impacted in the intestine due to some intestinal obstruction causes, and that's why they may cause or induce vomiting. In cholecystitis, there is inflamed of the gallbladder and production of bile is more, and this bile may comes out with the acidic chem and may cause vomiting. And sometimes pancreatitis may one of the cause of acute abdomen, and this cause vomiting. In appendicitis, and this appendix may be inflamed, and this inflamed appendix may produce the vomiting. Another important cause of vomiting is pregnancy. And pregnancy, the first trimester of pregnancy, in 4 to 16 weeks of pregnancy, is very much important that the patient may, or the pregnant women may comes to the doctor with the facing of morning sickness, and he feels always tendency to vomit, or all times she feels nausea, and sometimes he feels excessive vomiting, and it occurs in the morning, and that is called the morning sickness. And this occurs due to the increase the estrogen, increase the progesterone, and increase the human gonadotropin, and these are the hormonal imbalance may cause the morning sickness. And especially the progesterone, which relax the gastrointestinal muscle and relax the sphincters, and the estrogen may directly stimulate the vomiting center and causes the vomiting. And the human gonadotropin hormone, how it cause vomiting, it is not known, but the progesterone, which relax the gastrointestinal muscle and the sphincters, causes the reverse peristalsis of the food, and thus that produce vomiting in case of pregnancy. Another important cause in the vestibular system, where the vestibular system is stimulated by motion sickness. When a person travels by bus or by train or by aeroplane or by car, he feels a great motion, and these motions stimulates the inner ear system, and there is a electrolyte imbalance in the inner ear, which stimulates the vestibulocochlear nerve, and by stimulation of the vestibulocochlear nerve, it directly stimulates the vomiting center and causes the vomiting, and it is called the motion sickness. By stopping the motion, we prevent this type of vomiting. By stopping the motion and by taking medication, we can stop or we can prevent the motion sickness. The CNS disorder may cause vomiting. One is vestibular duodenitis, another one is increased or raised intracranial pressure in case of subarachnoid hemorrhage, or in case of trauma. Sometimes a child the trauma is produced if the child is fell down from anywhere, and he feels pain in the head, and when this occurs, this subarachnoid hemorrhage is associated with vomiting and increase the intracranial pressure. So this is the one of the cause of vomiting. Another one is meningitis. In meningitis, the meninges are involved, and it stimulates the vomiting center. The inflamed meninges produce the afferent impulse to the vomiting center and stimulate the vomiting center, may cause vomiting. There is another cause of vomiting, that is psychogenic. By CNS stimulation, the vomiting can produce, because from the CNS the afferent impulse comes towards the vomiting center and stimulates the vomiting. Another cause of vomiting is alcoholism. By taking alcohol, patient may feel vomiting. In alcoholism, they produce GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disorder, and when this gastroesophageal reflux disorder occurs, irritation of the esophagus may cause vomiting. Sometimes some metabolic disorders such as uremia may cause vomiting. The drugs are involved in case of vomiting. NSAID, by taking of NSAID, may produce vomiting. The morphine stimulates the chemoreceptor T gardens directly, and it stimulates the chemoreceptor T gardens, the nucleus tractus solitarius, and by stimulating the chemoreceptor T gardens, this chemoreceptor T gardens stimulates the vomiting center to produce vomiting. Chemotherapeutic agent in the chemotherapeutic agent, the drug that is used in the chemotherapy or used in the cancer chemotherapy, the paclitaxel, docetaxel, irinotecan, cisplatin, carboplatin, vincristine, vinblastine may produce stimulation of the gastrointestinal chemoreceptors and 5-hydroxytryptamine 3 receptors, which stimulate the vomiting center and induce vomiting. The digoxin may cause vomiting. The antibiotics may cause vomiting. Some of the infection may cause vomiting. One is hepatitis, one is gastroenteritis, and another one is UTI. Another causes of vomiting are metabolic disorder, especially the pregnancy, which is morning sickness, or sometimes hyperemesis gravidarum may occur, and diabetic ketoacidosis, which produce severe vomiting, and sometimes metabolic acidosis by some other causes that cause vomiting. In vomiting, the complications of vomiting is severe dehydration and electrolyte imbalance. They produce hyponatremia, they produce hypokalemia. When there is hypokalemia or there is hyponatremia, patient feel dizziness, and in case of hypokalemia, there may be sometimes paralysis, or sometimes paralytic ileus may produce, or sometimes there will be cardiac arrest. And another important adverse effect of vomiting is metabolic alkalosis. When there is vomiting, the hydrogen ion, especially the hydrochloric acid that is produced during vomiting, these are expelled out, and hydrogens comes out from the stomach. So in case of compensatory mechanism of hydrochloric acid, that is converted into carbonic acid by this bicarbonate. This bicarbonate is not converted into bicarbonic acid due to loss of hydrogen ion. So this loss of hydrogen ion increase the bicarbonate ion in the stomach, and this bicarbonate ion with loss of hydrogen ion increase the stomach pH and may produce alkalosis. So this is called that's why there is metabolic alkalosis, which is a complications of vomiting. Thank you all. I think this video will help you to diagnose the important cases of vomiting, and help you in your exam to answer the important question, that is, what is the causes of vomiting. So thank you, pray for me, and wish you good luck.